Welcome to our podcast, where you can relax, enjoy a natural conversation, and improve your English at the same time. Today's episode is going to be very fun, very real, and maybe a little painful for some of you, because before we begin, I want to give our listeners a small warning.
A warning? That sounds dramatic. Should people prepare themselves emotionally before listening to this episode?
Maybe yes, because today we're going to talk about situations that many people experience every day. Situations that can be funny, awkward, stressful, and sometimes even a little embarrassing.
Let me guess. We're talking about work.
Exactly. More specifically, we're talking about using English at work.
And if you have ever tried to speak English in a professional environment, you probably know the feeling. Sometimes you want to sound intelligent and confident, but your brain suddenly becomes very quiet.
Yes, like your brain suddenly says, "Sorry, the English department is closed today."
Yes, that happens to many people.
So before we start our discussion, let's ask our listeners a few questions. If you're listening right now, think about your own experience.
First question. Do you currently use English at work? Maybe you work in an international company. Maybe you have coworkers from different countries. Maybe you communicate with foreign clients.
Or maybe you don't use English yet, but you are learning it because you want better career opportunities in the future.
Second question. What situation at work makes you the most nervous in English? Is it meetings, phone calls, presentations?
Or maybe casual small talk with coworkers.
Because sometimes small talk is actually harder than business conversations.
That's very true.
All right, everyone. Get comfortable, maybe grab some coffee or tea, relax your mind, and let's talk about English at work.
Let's start with something that almost everyone remembers very clearly, their first day at a new job, especially when that job requires speaking English.
Oh yes, the first day can feel like the first day of school. You walk into the office trying to look confident, but inside you're thinking, please don't ask me difficult questions today.
Exactly. Everything is new. New coworkers, new systems, new responsibilities, and sometimes a new language environment.
I remember my first day working in an international office. The night before, I was practicing English sentences in my head while brushing my teeth.
Really? What kind of sentences?
Things like, nice to meet you. I'm excited to join the team. Please let me know if you need help.
Very professional.
Yes, I wanted to make a good impression. So the next morning, I arrived early, sat at my desk, and tried to look calm and confident.
But inside, you were nervous.
Very nervous. My heart was beating fast. Then a coworker walked over and said something like, "Hey John, welcome to the team. Did you get access to the project dashboard and review the files from yesterday's meeting?"
That's a long sentence for someone's first day.
Exactly. My brain immediately froze. Inside my mind, I was thinking, dashboard, files, yesterday's meeting? I wasn't even here yesterday.
So what did you say?
I smiled politely and said, "Sorry, could you repeat that a little more slowly?"
That's actually the perfect response.
Yes, and luckily, my coworker was very friendly. He slowed down and explained everything again.
Another important part of office life is morning small talk.
Yes, those casual conversations that happen near the coffee machine or in the hallway.
For example, when someone says, "Good morning, how are you today?"
Or, how was your weekend?
These questions seem simple, but sometimes they create funny situations.
Oh yes, one morning Monday, my coworker asked me, "So, John, did you do anything exciting this weekend?"
And what did you do?
Honestly, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I stayed home, watched movies, ordered food, and took several naps.
That actually sounds like a great weekend.
Yes, but it didn't sound very impressive. So I said, "Oh, I had a very relaxing weekend. I took some time to recharge."
That's a very professional way to say I was lazy.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about meetings.
Ah, yes, meetings.
You sound tired already.
Because some meetings feel like they will never end,
Sometimes a meeting is scheduled for 30 minutes,
but it becomes 90 minutes.
and sometimes one person talks for a very long time.
Yes, and inside your mind, you're thinking, please stop talking, please stop talking.
Meanwhile, everyone is nodding politely.
Exactly.
Learning English at work means you will definitely make mistakes.
Yes, and sometimes those mistakes become very funny stories later.
Tell us another one.
One time, I wanted to tell my coworker, I'm very busy today, but instead I accidentally said, I'm very lazy today. Everyone looked at me with big eyes.
Especially your boss?
Yes, my boss was standing right behind me.
Oh no.
I quickly corrected myself and said, I mean busy, very busy.
Emails can also create funny problems.
Oh yes, email mistakes are dangerous because they stay forever.
What happened to you?
One time, I wanted to write a polite email saying, please let me know if you have any questions, but my phone autocorrect changed it to, please let me know if you have any problems with me. So the email sounded like I expected everyone to have problems with me.
The coffee machine is a very interesting place in an office.
Yes, many small conversations happen there.
Sometimes they are funny,
Sometimes they are awkward.
and sometimes they are extremely boring.
Yes, one coworker always talks about the weather, every single day.
What does he say?
Every morning he says, wow, it's hot today. Or, wow, it's raining today. After 6 months, I realized he has only 3 conversation topics: weather, coffee, traffic.
Phone calls in English can be very stressful.
Yes, because you can't see the other person.
No facial expressions.
No body language.
Only voice.
One time I answered a phone call from a client with a very strong accent.
Was it hard to understand?
Very hard. I understood maybe 30% of the conversation.
What did you do?
I said, could you please repeat that 3 times?
John, let's talk about presentations. Presentations can be one of the most stressful situations when using English at work.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Standing in front of a group of coworkers or managers and speaking in English can make anyone nervous.
Even people who speak English well sometimes feel nervous before a presentation.
I remember one presentation I gave early in my career. I practiced the entire speech many times the night before.
That sounds like good preparation.
Yes, but when the presentation actually started, something strange happened.
What happened?
My mind suddenly went completely blank.
Oh no!
I looked at the slides on the screen and realized I forgot the next sentence.
That must have been a very awkward silence.
Yes, I stood there quietly for maybe 5 seconds.
5 seconds feels like 5 hours during a presentation.
Exactly. Then I said something very intelligent. So, as you can see, this slide is a slide. Everyone started laughing, which actually helped me relax.
Sometimes humor can save the situation. Another interesting moment in office life is the lunch break.
Yes, lunch breaks are when people stop talking about work and start talking about life.
Food, hobbies, travel, movies.
Sometimes coworkers ask very random questions.
Like what?
One day during lunch, someone suddenly asked me, John, if you could live in any country in the world, where would you live?
That's a big question for lunchtime.
Yes, I was just trying to eat my sandwich peacefully. Then everyone started sharing their dream countries. One person said Japan, another said Canada, another said Spain.
What did you say?
I said, honestly, somewhere with good food and good weather.
That's a very practical answer. Technology in the workplace can also create funny situations.
Oh yes, especially printers.
Printers are famous for causing problems.
I think printers secretly enjoy making people angry. One time, I tried to print an important document before a meeting.
Let me guess, the printer didn't work.
Exactly. The printer showed an error message that said paper jam.
But there was no paper jam.
Right. I opened the printer, checked everything, and still nothing worked.
What did you do?
I started talking to the printer like it was a person. I said, "Please, just work today, just once."
Talking to your boss in English can feel very different from talking to coworkers.
Yes, because you want to sound professional and respectful.
Sometimes people become extra nervous.
One time, my boss asked me, "John, do you have a minute to talk?"
That sentence always sounds scary.
Yes. When a boss says that, your brain immediately starts thinking, "Did I make a mistake? Did I forget something?" But actually, he just wanted to ask about a project update.
Let's talk about something many employees experience: long training sessions.
Oh yes, those sessions where someone talks for hours while showing PowerPoint slides.
Sometimes the information is useful.
But sometimes it's extremely boring.
You try to stay focused.
But slowly your mind starts wandering.
You start thinking about lunch,
Or your weekend plans.
or anything except the training.
Meanwhile, the presenter says, "And now let's review slide number 42.
Now we have to talk about one of the most dangerous office mistakes.
Reply all emails."
Yes.
One time, a coworker accidentally replied to an email and clicked reply all instead of reply.
That happens more often than people think.
The original email was sent to about 50 employees.
Oh no.
And his reply said, "This meeting is going to be so boring,"
And everyone received it.
including the manager who organized the meeting.
Yes. Before we finish today's episode, let's share some advice for our listeners who want to improve their English at work.
First advice, don't be afraid of mistakes.
Everyone makes mistakes, even native English speakers.
Second advice, listen carefully and ask questions when you don't understand.
It's much better to ask someone to repeat something than to pretend you understand.
Third advice, practice speaking as much as possible.
The more you practice, the more confident you will become. All right, everyone, we hope you enjoyed today's long conversation about the funny, awkward, and sometimes boring moments of using English at work.
If you're listening right now, we want to ask you one final question. What is the funniest thing that ever happened to you at work?
Maybe a language mistake,
Maybe a strange meeting?
or maybe a funny coworker story.
Tell us in the comments.
And if you enjoyed this podcast and want to continue improving your English,
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
And good luck surviving your next Monday morning meeting.